It's always fun to make these videos. I've only made 2 prior to this one, but the first manga haul of the year is always special because this is where it all begins, at least for that year. Hello monsters, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of January 2022. Now this month manga haul is not gonna be a big one, but it is still an expensive one because there's a lot of hardcovers in here. But if you do like the manga hauls that I provide, or at least like my opinions and topics of the mangas that I talk about, then why don't you consider subscribing? You don't have to, but you could. But you don't have to, I mean it's up to you. But with that said and done, if you haven't seen, I made my manga 2022 wish list, which I've posted a week or 2 ago. It doesn't really matter, there's an invitation right up there. But there I provided the whole list of the manga I was gonna try to acquire in 2022. Now I did talk about some of these, but I forgot to put them on the list. But anywho, that doesn't matter. Let's get right into my manga haul. And first up we have my missing volume from last year, and that is Vinland Saga Volume 12. So finally I managed to get it. If you don't know, last year my order unfortunately got cancelled by Book Depository because apparently they couldn't get it to me. So they cancelled it, they refunded me, that's all fine. I went to my local store and I actually got it. So that means I am finally caught up. And now I have absolutely no excuse not to read it, but it will be a while because I have a lot of things to catch up on. But anywho, it's good to be caught up on Vinland Saga, and I do love this cover here. I have read some of the chapters in here when they actually came out because I was curious about Vinland Saga. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I was just skimming the chapters. Those are in here, but I am looking very much forward to read it. And in case you don't know, it's basically just Vikings, the manga based on the real legend of Thorfinn. It looks awesome, and again I love it is blue. I love this little symbol on the spine, this animal. I think it is a buck, but I'm not sure. I'm not too good at these animals. Anywho, I'm glad it is blue because we've had a lot of these mustard colored volumes, and we have also had a couple of the purple ones. The blues we have only had one of, and that is the first one. You could kinda argument that this one is blue, but I would say it's more teal. But anywho, it's nice to finally fill this gap a bit with this 12th volume. Now I'm just missing volume 13, which will probably come out in maybe 2 years' time. Enough of that, let's get on to the next one. And that is Soul Eater the Perfect Edition Volume 5. So I now have up until volume, I think it is 7 or 8. I can't really remember the amount of chapters this one covers. But anywho, I am currently reading this. I have read 2 chapters, I think. And for now at least, it is quite awesome. I've read right until here, so I haven't gotten that far. Soul Eater is a fantastic series. At least the first 4 volumes in the Perfect Edition are great. It's starting up a new big arc, I think. I won't spoil too much in case you haven't read it, but if you are considering reading it or considering acquiring it, you definitely should. It is a different kind of battle manga with a heavy emphasis on fan service, but not the fairy tale kind of fan service. You know, the more digestible type of fan service. Now I'm not reading ahead on these series, I'm only reading in when I'm acquiring them in this Perfect Edition, which means there will be like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years until I have actually read all of Soul Eater. But that's just the way it is because the quality in these are fantastic. The paper, the printing, the color pages, the covers, everything, it's just top quality. It's kind of similar to Fullmetal Alchemist, the Fullmetal edition, but more on that later. But anywho, volume 5, and I think there's gonna be 17 in total, so I'm missing 12 technically. And I'm also wondering, will Soul Eater not Perfect Edition be a thing after this is wrapped up? I hope so, because they have that in Japan as well. The next one I think comes out in March or May, if I'm not mistaken. So it won't be too long until we get the next one, hopefully. And next up is Pokemon Adventures heartgold soulsilver Volume 1. I actually managed to get this one. In case you don't know, these are stupidly hard to actually get. It's not even funny how hard they are to get. As far as I can see, you can't really get the second one, for now at least, but that was also the topic with this one, is that you couldn't get it. Now I managed to get this one. Maybe if I'm lucky throughout the year, I will also be able to get the second one, but time will tell. But at least now I have the next entry in my series, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna get Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 before I have gotten the second volume of this. There's only 2 volumes in the Heartgold soulsilver series, but I'm just hoping I will be able to get it. I mean, it's Pokemon. This cannot cancel printing Pokemon. It's Pokemon. I'm looking forward to reading this, and I'm just happy that I finally have this, because Jesus Christ, this has been a long road to actually acquiring just this one. And next up we have Fullmetal Alchemist, the Fullmetal Edition, Volume 15. Guys, we are in the home stretch. We are in the fucking home stretch. Now this is the 15th volume, and as I've stated so many times, there's gonna be 18 total, which means I am missing 3. I'm missing 3. 16, 17, and 18. We are so close. We are so close to finally have all of Fullmetal Alchemist in this Fullmetal Edition, and they are gorgeous. In case you don't know, they are fantastic. If you are wondering, should I get the singles, the 3 ones, or this one? If this is on the table, get these, because they are so much better than the singles and the 3-in-1s. Not that the singles and the 3-in-1s are bad. This is just that much better. It's just that good, what I'm trying to tell. I don't have much more to say, except that this, I think this more or less starts up the final war battle arc, if you can call it that. I don't know if you have read or seen this before, but if you have, then you know what I'm meaning. It's the final battle. Basically, it's gonna get kicked off in this, so it is the home stretch. And yeah, I'm just glad to have this, and I'm looking forward to getting the next one. Is it March? I think it's gonna drop. February or March, I believe the 16th volume will drop, so almost there. I mean, for all the time I've done these manga hauls, I have been collecting this, so it's gonna be nice to actually finish this. And to finish up, we have Akira Toriyamas Manga Theater from this big hardback volume, and I have been looking so much forward to getting this, because I'm a big Akira Toriyama fan. I have read some of his work, not all of it. I haven't read Dr. Slump, I haven't read some of his short stories, but with this I would be caught up on most of his short stories. And in case you don't know, this is just a collection of a lot of his short stories. So we're not talking Kajika, we're not talking Sandland and Jaco the Galactic Policeman, but every one shot he have done, I believe, should be in here. And it is a thick boy, it is very thick. There's not much more I can say about it. It's just more Akira Toriyama. So if you are a fan of Dragon Ball and you are a fan of Akira, definitely get this. I mean, I can't say definitely get this, I haven't read it yet, but consider getting this. It's not that expensive. It is a bit expensive, again, hardcover, thick boy, but it's not over the top like Berserk the Lucid Dixon or something like that. But yeah, it looks fantastic, and there's a lot of stories in here. There's also some color pages in here, which is also a nice touch, and I can't remember if there's anything special in the back. There are some author comments in the back for each volume, and in case you don't know, this collects the 3 Manga Theater volumes from Japan in one single volume in here. So it's technically a 3-in-1 omnibus of Manga Theater. But yeah, I'm stoked about having this, and I think I'm gonna put it here. Before I go, there's a couple of things I want to address. The first one is that I had a bad experience with this manga haul. It is nothing against Book Depository, it's not their fault, but the post-delivery guy that had to deliver my package was an idiot. I have wrote the postal service about it, but I hadn't arrived from work yet, and it was pissing. The entire day was just pissing down. Rain, rain, rain. And when I got home, I found my package up against my front door, soaking wet. And as you can kind of see here, there are some humidity damage for these books. It is not much, but the pages are skewed a bit. And I mean, it is not that bad once that, I mean, they look worse when they were actually not wet, but humid. But it's I mean, it still kind of sucks that they're now gonna look like this. And I have wrote them a letter with me being angry and just kind of demanding to actually get a refund or something. But again, not for Book Depository. They did nothing wrong, it was just a postal delivery guy. I have no agreement that they can just leave my package at my front door, so anyone could have just stolen it. I don't have that agreement. They often put a slip note in my mailbox that then I can go and collect my package if I'm not home. But anyhow, that was a bit sad. Again, luckily the books are not damaged. You can still read them. There's no printing that is smeared or anything. Everything looks fine. The page is just a bit screwed, but that's it. So that is a small thing. The other thing is that if you look at this, not just look at the list, but if we take a look at Vinland Saga on this last year list, I didn't put Vinland Saga Volume 12 on my manga wish list. I mean, I talked about it, but didn't put it there. But I'm putting it here so I can crush it out, because now I have all of Vinland Saga that I can get. And I have gotten some of Soul Eater, some of FMA, and some of Pokemon heartgold and soulsilver. But I haven't gotten all of it, so we're not crossing those out yet. I should have put Akira Toriyamas Manga Theater because I was planning on getting it, obviously, but I didn't, so I'm not putting it here. What I'm gonna do next? Well, I think I'm not gonna release any video until next manga haul, because instead I'm gonna work on my Akira review. So I'm gonna, shoot it, edit it, release it. I'm gonna focus on that, so you won't get too many videos in February, unfortunately. I hope you can live with it, because I really want this Akira review to get out, so I can start reading Gundam the Origins, but also, so I can actually get the fucking review. I finished reading Akira in December, so, Anywho, that is my manga haul. What does your manga haul look like? Did you get what I got? Do you got something else? And just leave a list of the most anticipated mangas for you this year. I actually don't know for me. No, I know. My most anticipated is finishing Fullmetal Alchemist in Fullmetal Edition. That's it. That's actually it, because it's been so long going. But anyway, I can't wait to read what you collected this month and just see how much we are able to collect through 2022. You never know. Maybe a lot, maybe a little. But whatever you think, comment on me your thoughts. And as always, until I see you in the next video, remember to stay awesome. See ya! Right, time to read some more Soul Eater, I think.